looking for. From smooth highway rides to grips for rough terrain. Get all the tires.
We interrupt this program. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow.
In the event of an EMP, or electromagnetic pulse, whether it's caused by a solar flare or by high-altitude nuclear blast, you may find that your vehicle, your phone, anything with electronic components in it no longer works. And you're going to be at the mercy of whatever items you have on hand or in your vehicle. That's why it's important to keep these items organized, perhaps in a bag or a pouch. You're going to want to keep in mind that now you're taking the Shoe Leather Express. So traveling light, traveling efficiently is a priority. Also keep in mind that other people are going to find themselves in this situation as well. And you might encounter other people along your route. Some of them friendly, some of them not so friendly. In addition to my jacket, I also grabbed a bottle of water that I happen to have. If I didn't have any water in the vehicle, I would be on the lookout along the route for a water container of some sort, any sort that I could use to help stay hydrated. In this scenario, we're going to assume that the temperature is not going to dip below freezing, maybe around a low of 40 overnight, but otherwise fair weather conditions. In this scenario and under these conditions, my job is to get home as quickly and as efficiently as I can. So to do that, I'm going to travel light, and I'm going to travel on the most direct route that gets me from point A to point B. The items that I have in my pouch are going to help me do just that, safely and efficiently. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the items that I would want to have in this situation. So in addition to a jacket, hopefully like a winter cap, you got a good pair of work gloves to protect your hands, a bottle of water or some kind of container that you can store water in. We've got the Beefy Pocket Organizer by Maxpedition. It's a high quality pouch. You're going to want something durable out there, something that can take some abuse and still function. Let's go ahead and get into this and see what we got. Okay, we'll start over here. Over here I've got some ibuprofen. Also in this container, along with the ibuprofen, I've got some potassium iodine pills. Where I live, there's a nuclear power plant about 30 miles to the west, and there's another nuclear power plant about 30 miles to the northeast. So if I found myself in a situation where there's radiation, I'm going to take that potassium iodine to protect my thyroid, which is one of the more susceptible parts of your body to radiation. All right, over here we've got our water purification tabs. 2 tabs per quart of water. Let it sit in there for half an hour. Then put 2 of these tabs in there per quart of water. Let them sit for half an hour. It'll kill any bugs, germs. It won't remove farm chemicals or other chemicals that could be in the water, but at least you won't get sick from bugs. We've got a Bic lighter, works every time, and we've got our Swiss Army knife. This is the Tinker model. And back here, we've got a cotton bandana, and we got a couple snacks. We've got high protein, lightweight, easy to carry, plenty of sodium to help you retain those minerals you might be sweating out. Alright, we've got our eating tool. which has a couple other little handy features. And a little tiny keychain flashlight. This is an LED. It's got your bright, your low, and your strobe. To make sure that this doesn't get turned on while it's in your pack, you can remove the back, maybe flip one of the batteries around. That way it doesn't accidentally get turned on. Alright, moving on over to the other side. We got a clean, fresh pair of wool socks. Like I said, you're going to be walking quite a bit, maybe even walking all the way through the night with no sleep. We're not out here trying to rebuild civilization or build some kind of fort out in the woods. We're trying to get home. Next up, we got a little mini multi-tool. This is just an Ozark trail. You can find these at Walmart. But a lot of handy features. Very compact, lightweight. Magnesium fire rod, just in case. We do have that Bic lighter, but yeah, you never know. Down here we've got our Lensatic compass. And again, back to foot care. Powder. It can also help with chafing. Okay, a side pouch here. Now these are from Dollar General. They're called Makeup Removing Facial Towelettes. They're just small wet wipes. You can use these for a lot of things out there on the trail. Blister care. If you're walking miles and miles and miles, you might need to take care of some blisters. And we got a Ziploc bag. We got some dryer lint in there. A couple brown paper bags, a few napkins. We'll keep that dry in case we need to start a fire. Now, like I said, we're not building a camp. We're not rebuilding civilization. We're trying to get from point A to point B, but just in case, you gotta stop and warm yourself up, or maybe you get wet and you need to dry off and warm up. Otherwise, the fire would be just as a last resort. Another thing that would be good to have in here would be a map, a road map. Fuck's sakes. You know, you just can't come to the park anymore and get peace and quiet. There's always a bunch of dirt balls that, of course, they're going to find where you're at, and they're going to want to be right next to you. Loud music, speeding through the park, yelling and screaming at the top of their damn lungs. Unreal. I bet I can go over there later and find a bunch of litter that they left behind too. But I know none of you would do that. None of you would come to a beautiful place like this and disturb the peace and throw your garbage and trash all around, but I know they will. Yes, indeed. Keep it classy, not trashy, folks. Hey, and I want to thank you. Our channel, Olive Drab Alliance, just hit 10,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. I am very humbled and very grateful for the support from each of you. And, man, I really appreciate it. It's been quite a journey, and we're going to keep on keeping on. So, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Don't forget to leave a comment. And as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Anyway, I'll see you all down the trail somewhere. Until then, have a great day.